Hi, Steve. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Honestly, the only reason I'm even sitting here talking to you is just because I washed my face and I decided to talk about it. And I promise you that the products really do a lot of the heavy lifting. And I know for me, when my friend Susan called me and she said, Bree, there's a company that did $2.5 billion in one country and just came to North America. I was like, it kind of caught my attention because the dream is to get in with a startup, and 95% of startups fail in the first, several years. And so the fact that this has already a proven track record, just like Steve was sharing with you, 40 million jars sold, and most of the population in Korea uses this. And you have to realize, with Korea being the skincare capital of the world, in the hardest market in the entire world to go number one in, they did it. So you can only imagine the multi-billions of dollars they're going to do around the world. So the fact that you could get first movers advantage with a proven track record piqued my interest. And then I tried the product and it was kind of game over after that. And when you try this product, put it in the chat. If you've used the product, if you've gotten results from the product, I'd love to hear what your results were in the chat. But, you know, I remember calling her and I said, look, I don't know what I'm going to do about the business, but I can tell you right now, I'm going to be a customer for life. And that should have been a clue because how many other people are saying the exact same thing? And I actually warn my customers, I'm like, look, when you try this, you're not going to stop using it. So there's your fair warning. You're going to be a customer for life, probably. And so I fell in love with the product and then I ended up falling in love with the business because, timing is to direct sales like location is to real estate. And this is really the sweet spot. You have to realize that the search for Korean skincare is up over 350% just in North America. It's a $13 billion industry that's going to more than double to over $30 billion. And the fact that you can share a link for products that people are already searching for on Google, on TikTok, on social media, and make money of that is kind of a no-brainer. And so for me, the timing was there. And then the innovation blew me away. The fact that the skincare has 12 different patents on it, no one can duplicate this technology for the next 18 years. It's completely patent protected. And then the fact that they're vertically integrated, they own every step of the process, from plants to the land to the patents to they even own the bottling facility that makes the bottles that the products are in. And so since they're vertically integrated, that means that they have more money to put into incredible marketing and in the rewards plan with the compensation for the affiliates. So it's been a blessing for me. And, I've been in the industry for 15 years and I love to do research on companies. I love sales and marketing. But you have to realize when I first got started, I had no confidence. I was shy. I was a people pleaser. I was too concerned about what other people thought. And I honestly almost quit in this industry before I even got started. And I remember when my box came, I stared at it for 2 weeks and I was thinking, I've got to send this box back. I was so scared of failure. And I actually went to a meeting to tell the woman that had been very successful in the industry that thank you for thinking of me, but I was going to send my box back and not do this. And I'll never forget that night at that meeting. She held up her finger like this and she said, Brianna, if you could see yourself where I see you a year from now, you wouldn't be quitting. And she spoke a little bit of confidence and faith into me before I had faith in myself. And I went home that night and I opened up my box and I didn't know anything. I didn't have any, good people skills or sales skills. And all I did was use the tools. All I did was put people in front of other people, bring them to the meetings, kind of like maybe what you're doing tonight. And if you're on here tonight, somebody saw something special in you, and that's why you're here. So if you're like me, like I used to be 15 years ago, and maybe you don't have that confidence in yourself, borrow other people's faith and confidence in you until you can build it yourself. And I promise you, just get the product on people's face. It does a lot of the heavy lifting. So, Steve, thank you so much for allowing me to share, and I'll pass it back to you.